friends. How you doing? If you're wondering why there's screaming outside my window, it's a beautiful summer's day in the middle of April in LA today. It's a solid like 90 degrees and there are kids frolicking outside. So no one's hurt. For all you observant folk, yes, I am wearing the same outfit I did in my last video. Because the way time is set up, today is the same day that I filmed the last video. Yes, I do shower, and yes, I do wear a new outfit most days. Don't come for me. This video is going to have a little bit different energy than the last one, more along the lines of the first one that I made about goal setting. Just because I have some things on my mind that I'd like to talk about that I wanted to sit down and talk at the camera, so that's what we're gonna do. The content of today's video, to put it into a phrase, would be our current situation. I have a question for you and some thoughts and yada yada yada, but let's just get into it. It is still mid to the end of April as I'm filming this. I've been thinking a lot lately about my own internal thoughts. I feel like when this whole lockdown situation first started, there was a lot of people that were like, oh yeah, I can handle this. This is fine. I actually enjoy the quiet. I enjoy time alone. I enjoy this little vacation from work or whatever the people online were saying. But I feel like that initial feeling has kind of worn off a little bit. And what we're left with is a whole lot of time to examine ourselves. And unfortunately for some of you, the people that are closest to you, that you may live with. If you are actively avoiding looking at yourself, I actually applaud you because I do not have that ability. There are days that I, with no intention of my own, I will relive in my mind every mistake I've made, every wrong thing I've ever said at the wrong time, everyone that's hurt me and every person that I've hurt in my past, all in one day, as if my mind was like, you need more suffering. And that's just how my brain works. And what it's caused me to do is kind of identify in myself the things that I want to put my energy into right now and that I have the mental capability to put my energy into right now. And overall, I'm just trying to be as kind to myself as possible. But with that, it's hard sometimes when, let's take Instagram for example, everyone on there still seems to be trying to go business as normal and pretend like everything is hunky-dory. And I just said hunky-dory unironically. Basically the post that like, see a drink, send a drink, let's do 10 push-ups, let's show our first couple photo. Like, I'm not mad at you for being happy. I'm not mad at you for trying to escape all of this. I'm not. It just became too much for me because it was like, oh yeah, the world is kind of crumbling. Here's a dog photo. All of these people are sick and in the hospital. Here's the first time I met my significant other. Oh, fun, you lose your job. Here's a picture of all of the fun that I'm having in my house with my roommates. It was like bad news, bad news, bad news, people ignoring it. And to me, it was like, this is too much of a dichotomy for me right now. But with that, and I'm being very honest with you, came a little bit of resentment towards people that mainly were unaware of their own privilege right now. And I don't want to be ranty because that's not who I'm trying to be, but I am trying to understand my own feelings, right? Take, for example, the people that the internet refers to as rise and grind Twitter. The people that we've all seen it that are like, now that you have free time, now's the time to start that passion project. Now's the time to start your business. Now's the time to do that thing that you always said you're gonna do. There's a lot in that. There's people that are like, yeah, I agree with you. I want to do that. I'm going to fill my day with as much as possible, make a routine, yada, yada, yada. And then there's people that are like, no, I'm going through some stuff right now. I just need to sit and wait it out, basically. And I have to say, I feel very split when it comes to stuff like this. I will get to my point in a second, but when this first started, I felt the need inherently, just the way I built myself up through college and my personality for whatever reason, to fill every second of every day. And if I didn't do that, if I wasn't productive in a day, I felt really uneasy. Like my mood was affected by it because I had told myself without realizing it that you need to be busy in order to be happy. And as time has passed, you know, it has been like 40 days in quarantine, if not more. And it got to the point where I felt like I was just wasting time between sleeps. And that sounds really dark, but I'm sure a lot of you have felt that same thing, right? I say all of this to say, now when I look at people who are posting about their quarantine routine, or how you need to stay productive in order to feel human, or how yada, yada, yada. I caught myself feeling like I was rolling my eyes, right? And I caught myself being turned off by that. Even though my personality very much is the type that loves watching people make bullet journals, loves watching people organize, loves watching people tell me how their office is set up. I love that crap. I eat that stuff up normally. But right now, I caught myself scoffing at it, rolling my eyes at it. And it was just a moment of pause for me. And it's like, where is this feeling coming from, right? I had a friend recently, she made a really, really, really good point. We are all in the situation right now that is out of our control. We don't know how long it's going to last. We don't know what the circumstances are. We don't even know what the consequences are. Stuff is still coming out months later. And it's like, no one knows what's happening. On top of that, this is something we'll probably never forget. This is something that is going to have lasting effects. This is something that is going to change what our normal was, whether we like it or not. And for lack of a better term, she said it's a traumatic situation. What you can't do is forget to realize that everyone deals with trauma in a different way. I'm going to pause there really quick and say, everything I'm saying right now and everything I'm about to say, I'm in no way trying to diminish or steal the spotlight from or to invalidate other forms of trauma by using that term here. I want to make that very, very clear. I'm not trying to blow the situation up to be any bigger than we're all feeling right now. It was just a way to shift my own perspective of it. The point was, some people throughout the situation, and in a situation like this, they need to cry. They need to be upset. They need to be reminded to stay positive. Some people just need to vent. Some people need to be productive. They need to fill every second of their day with something in order to feel purpose. And it was such a slap in the face to really understand that, because how dare I roll my eyes at someone else's coping mechanism when I do things like eat an entire tub of M&Ms or stay up till 4 in the morning and expect no judgment from other people. For a lot of us, we're doing whatever we can to survive right now, to stay sane. And it has definitely gotten to the point with the amount of days that we're inside that it's becoming less and less of a, can I do this? And how do I do this best? It's just a mental game of, how do I not get exhausted and quit? How do I not get exhausted and break the rules? How do I not get exhausted and lash out at people? So my question to you is, how are you coping? How are you dealing with this? Is it healthy? Is it unhealthy? Are you working on yourself right now? I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty jealous of people that have roommates right now, or they get to be with their family, because it's just me and my cat in this house. And as you can tell, I'm talking to myself. But what I'm doing is I'm making things as much as possible, and I'm reading, and I'm going on walks, and I am writing a lot down, because as hard as this is, I don't necessarily want to forget how I'm feeling right now, because I'm learning a lot about myself. I will say, when all of this is said and done, there are things that I would love to continue. Now, I don't want to be stuck in the house. I would like to go to the gym. I would like to be able to go to the grocery store without fear of catching it. But I really do enjoy the time spent with friends that, for whatever reason, just everyone was too busy to have before. I really enjoy the chance to be able to read and kind of reset. I did a little brief post on Instagram, but I lost my job recently. I was laid off, as so many people were, and it's kind of been a kick in the pants to say, what do you value right now? What do you want to put your energy into? Where do you want to go next? And that's almost, it's a blessing in disguise, you know? So there is a silver lining, and on days when you don't want to look for it, that's okay. Be upset, cry, go on a walk, take your time. When your 4-minute task takes too much out of you to continue and you need a 3-hour break, great. We're going through it right now, and when people say we're all in this together, I think we're all in this, just slightly different from each other. I don't know. Just keep in mind that everyone has their own individual situation and everyone goes about dealing with hardships like this differently. And I think that when you remember that, it's so much easier to be patient with people and with yourself. And I think that is so important right now. That's just my perspective. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying safe and sane and you have a chance to kick your feet up and laugh a little. And for those of you on the front line out there making it do what it do for the rest of us, I really do appreciate you guys. Keep up the hard work and please, please take care of yourself as well. I read something on Twitter that says the only way we're going to make it through this is if we remember to live during this. So I hope you guys are doing what you can to stay yourself and to be happy with yourself, because that's all you've got right now. I'm spreading a little more love your direction today because I'm feeling it, and I want you to too. I want you to hello? I want you to feel the love as well. That's it. Sorry to be sappy. Short and sweet. Okay, I will see you guys sometime soon. I may or may not have another video coming up in the next few days. I will make no further promises beyond that because I don't know you like that. So love you guys. Stay safe. Bye.